just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You look at this Eagle defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
19 right.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 15. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. Powering forward. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. It's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A.J. Brown, 67 yards. And the Commanders have cut the lead back down to 2. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is what they have to tell themselves. Don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
This is Smith to the ground. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And we'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. He is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Washington first
back to throw now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Washington. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Brings up third and 2.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 2. And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 32.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and shove it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll set up to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short, and they'll be unable to get this back within 1 score as it stays a 9-point game. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also,
there he goes left side. Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with a second touchdown here this first half. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Oh, it was him as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
18 Rattler. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
A 4-yard gain.
Back to throw again. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. This 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Hurts changing up the play.
3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Gain of 24 yards. And an Eagles first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection and led to the block.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Hurts will throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now it's second and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Silver.
On second and 10, Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence. defense after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And it is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
73. Hey, 73.
They'll look to throw again. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a gain of 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade. I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have him.
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to claw one back.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready. Make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes he just can't. He just knows where the ball is. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll look to throw now on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Come on.
And the Commanders' first down.
Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Washington.
Let's go now.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. second down.
Brings up second and 10.
And Hurts going to move him around.
Hey, 73, 73. Hey, easy. Crowd left Yeti. Hey.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they'll audible to something else. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hurts going to look deep for Wilson. And it's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll drop the throw. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Hey, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 23 yards for the touchdown. They'll look to throw. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Taking it about the 1. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now he's going to step up and run. They've got his man complete. And he'll get this this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Panther 11, Panther 11, 19 Lion, 18 Pioneer.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
70 Timberwolves, cut my team. Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60. Ready.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They